We are here at the iconic QRC grounds, one of the magnificent 7 buildings surrounding the Queen's Park Savannah, for today's matchup in round 10 of the SSFL Premiership. East Mucurapo Secondary will be using this historic venue as their home turf as they take on St. Benedict's College. Well, it's a scorcher, feels like your skin is melting. But guess what? It's 31 degrees Celsius, 64% humidity index, and 8 kilometers per hour in terms of the wind speeds. Like I said, it's a hot one and we're getting ready for the action here in Trinidad and Tobago. But in Jamaica, we are getting ready for some action. Black River High versus Little London High, and St. Elizabeth Technical versus Monroe College. Inside, it's a schoolboy football. My name is Hans Devines, and I am introducing you to this feature inside Secondary Schools Football League as we celebrate 60 years of the SSFL. We welcome dynamic duo, Brent Sancho, Colin Murray. Guys, are we ready for this one?
I'm ready. Brent, are you ready?
Yes, Mr. Duo, I'm always ready. Can't wait.
Well, let's go back to round 9 where we had some fantastic goals. Remember, you can send the goals to ssflgoalcam@gmail.com. Let's jump inside our goal cam.
Well, you coined it so well, Hans. Going right into it. The first goal comes to us out of the Rima Villagin. Cristiano Hines with a name like that, Colin, and a goal like that.
I tell you,
Trying the title well.
Yeah, Cristiano, well, he's got to live up to it, isn't he?
Certainly so. Second goal coming down from the Manny Ramjohn Stadium, Presentation College. I tell you what, Colin, how close is that camera footage coming from? It could either be a coach or a fourth official, or what do you think?
A right back?
A right back.
Either way, we appreciate it.
Certainly so. Second one again coming from the Manny Ramjohn Stadium. Josiah Bain with this one. I always like to see that lush green surface
at Manny Ramjohn, isn't it?
Stadium.
Yeah.
Well, this one was a game winner for St. Benedict's College. Josiah Ocho, we'll see a little bit more of him today.
Was that against QRC, right?
Against Queen's Royal College.
Yeah.
Came from a goal down.
Yeah.
And Jaheim Bailey out there in the sister Isle of Tobago.
Also coming from behind.
Also coming from behind and winning that one. And down in St. Augusta, well, that is what I expect from a goal cam, though. That shaking at the end, excitement, completely lost it.
All right, guys, let's look at some of the results that we had from round 9 inside the SSFL.
Well, we did have some interesting results. Arima North Secondary, 5-0 against Miracle Ministry. Malik Secondary coming from behind, 4-3. That seems to be the theme of the day. Coming from behind that is Naparima College with Speyside. They came from behind to make sure and draw that one 1-1 down in Lewis Street. Presentation College, 5-1 against St. Mary's. Queen's Royal College losing their St. Mary's College 2-1. And Trinity College East, they're in big trouble, losing 2-0 to St. Anthony's College. They have slipped to the standings. And Colin,
looking at the standings, and we talked about that, just going back to that result with Speyside, absolutely brilliant result. But they're down at the bottom. We're going to come to that because at the top, St. Benedict's College, they still have that 6-point gap. Presentation College have a game in hand, so they could lessen the gap if they win that game in hand by 3 points. But you have to think going, and when you look down, Arima North, St. Anthony's, Queen's Royal, St. Augustine, leaping right up. Naparima going down a little bit, but you're going down to the bottom. East Mucurapo, Speyside, Miracle Ministries, and even Trinity College East, they could be in real trouble. They got to get some results to get themselves out of the bottom.
Well, we look forward to some of the fixtures anyway that the table may move around today. Let's take a look at today's fixtures.
Yeah, and of course, starting from the top, East Mucurapo, they really need some points. They come up against St. Benedict's, who are in first place. Fatima College, they desperately need to keep in tie with St. Benedict. St. Anthony's College against Queen's Royal College. That's always a big northern derby. Look at that. Trinity College East down on the bottom in an Eastern showdown against Arima North Secondary. That is a massive game from both sides of the table.
Yeah, that's for sure. Speyside have another tough one in it against Fatima. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Boy, always.
No. I'm just saying it's rough on Speyside.
Yeah.
Naparima, then Fatima. Two really tough games.
Well, let's go to Mucurapo Road this time around, but not Fatima. Let's talk about East Mucurapo Secondary School, a school with legacy.
Yeah, certainly a school with legacy. When you think back, the Clint Marcel, Clausel, they've always been challenging for the title. This year, they're in a little bit of trouble, but you know what? I think they've got some quality to pull them out. I'm not sure if it's just quality they need, or they need a little bit of determination, a little bit of fight, a little bit of wanting it. And I think then that's where they need to up their game. Not so much in quality, but in terms of just giving their 100%.
All right.
Well,
when we look at East Mucurapo Secondary, some of the school facts: founded in 1976, maroon and cream. Their colors: success achieved only through hard work. Woo, love that motto. Population 900, and their rivals Fatima College and St. Anthony's College. Let's take a look at their number 10, Makai Simmons. Here he is representing East Mucurapo Secondary.
Well, my name is Makai Simmons and I play for East Mucurapo Secondary School. Play the left midfield and the attacking midfield. My role and responsibility for that position is to help my team go forward and attack, help them as much as I can and put the ball in the back of the net. This season, well, my chance to step up now and show what I can do to the coaches, because begging last season I had plenty. So this season I started now, so I just had to show what I have. Where we at the table right now is very unacceptable, especially for the school that we go in. Everybody knows that we're not supposed to be that low in the table, and we have a legacy to carry on. At the moment, we're not doing that. And the coach, we have a good relationship, but sometimes when you're not doing your job on the field, the intensity is beyond, so I just know where you're coming from at the same time, but yeah, we have a good relationship. We just have to be more disciplined in the plays that he's giving us to play, and I believe we can win a lot more games.
Well, he did mention his coach and his player profile. We're going to get his gaffer story after halftime. But listen, he says it's not suitable where they are on the table.
He's right.
Makai Simmons.
He's right. And I like the motto, hard work. That's how they have to get a result here today, hard work.
All right, well, they're going to have to work hard, because at the top of the table is St. Benedict's College. Let's talk about this outfit.
Well, when you talk about St. Benedict's College, you talk about the individual brilliance that they have within the squad. When you talk about the likes of Ochoa and, of course, Darrell Garcia up front, they have been able to propel this team to the top of the table. We saw them in the earlier part of the season against Arima North Secondary. But, of course, that was without those players. Since those players have come in, they have brought a different dimension to this team. They have shut up the table as it reduces the results. And they've shown us a championship side of them, resilience. They've gone down on a couple of occasions against Queens Royal College. They were down a goal, I believe, against Fatima as well. But they were able to come back and then get a result and win football games. So, for me, gentlemen, I think they have all the ingredients that suggest that they can win this championship, is whether or not they can continue in what they've done so far.
Founded in 1956, the green and gold. Now, I'm not sure what the school's motto means, but we're going to find out that at some point in time today. Their population, 685, and their team rival, oh, you know it, Presentation College San Fernando. All right, guys. Now, there's one particular player on this team. When you see him, it signals danger. Let's take a look at Mr. Josiah Ochoa.
My name is Josiah Ochoa and I attend St. Benedict's College. I play midfield. As a midfielder, my job is to create plays, and I want to keep doing that. I want to not so much score goals. I really like assisting my players. My father introduced me into football at a very young age. He and my mom, both of them are very supportive. Every day they give me encouraging words to just keep doing what I love.
Hey, go in the line, go in the line, go in the line.
I think he is a very... I think he's a good coach, a very good coach. He's very patient with us, and he drives and encourages us every day. And he's a cool person, he's not stern or anything, just cool and chill back. And we have a good relationship. The experience has been great. I think I have a lot more to prove though, so.
Listen, I really appreciate Josiah Ochoa highlighting the fact that, we need to support these student athletes. But guys, St. Benedict's College, East Mucurapo Secondary School. Let's talk about either school, what they need to do to get on top of the fixture.
Listen, East Mucurapo have to work hard. They got to be well organized at the back, not give the players like Ochoa and Garcia any room, and they've got to be tight and try and hit them on the break.
Yeah, compact. Yeah. That's the name of the game. They have to be compact, whether they're pressing high or in a high block or in a low block. It's about making sure the horizontal and vertical lines are compact so they don't allow the players that you mentioned the room to operate in. And of course, they have to hunt in packs. When you are compact, it gives you that opportunity to do that and close the game down and then proceed to try to build from there.
All right, guys, let's talk about St. Benedict's College.
Well,
top of the table, 6 points clear.
Yeah, you know. They got quality. I think, in addition to the quality, if they work hard enough for each other, I think they should be all right. But, it's always difficult. We saw it with Naparima and Speyside. When you come up against a team looking for points, oh boy, they fight and they fight and they fight. So, as much as we like to say St. Benedict's has the quality to win it, don't write off East Mucurapo.
Yeah, but they've been here before, haven't they, St. Benedict's College? As an experienced coach and staff would understand that they can't be complacent. I'm sure that's what they're ringing in their ears right now. There's about 6 or so games left in this season, and they just need to keep winning and doing what they're doing. So I think they're well on the pathway to do that.
Well, 6 or so games left in the Secondary Schools Football League Premiership Division. Remember, you can keep up to date with all the action via the SportsMax app today. Download if you haven't already. And if you have already, well, just hit that app open and let's get it going. We bring you action live here at Queen's Royal College, Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. St. Benedict's College up against East Mucurapo Secondary School when we come back around.
You're watching coverage of Secondary Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport. You're watching coverage of Secondary Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.
Welcome here back to Queen's Royal College, the home of QRC, but today it's the home of East Mucurapo Senior, and they're coming up against St. Benedict's College in what should be a real interesting encounter. East Mucurapo Secondary badly needing some points, and St. Benedict's College also needing points, but for different reasons. East Mucurapo needing the points to get out of this relegation position that they are in, and St. Benedict's College needing the points to keep ahead of the pack that is chasing them. They are, 6 points clear at the moment, and they will have to certainly try to keep ahead of the game. But here is the East Mucurapo secondary lineup. It's Edwards, then there's Haynes, D'Souza, Young, Joseph, Brown, Popwell, Williams, Chase, Francis, Charles, and the coach, Dale Saunders. Let's look at the foundation.
Well, the formation will be more of a 4-2-3-1. Expect Charles to be asked to provide the impetus for scoring goals.
And let's look at St. Benedict's lineup. And in goal, we just have the Devonish in goal. There's Pear, Burke, Mitchell, George, Ochoa, Trotman, Morris, Figaro, Garcia, Phillips, and Randolph Boyce is the coach.
Well, Ochoa would be asked to support Garcia up front. Figaro and Mitchell provide stability at the back.
Well, we're just about getting ready for the kickoff. And there we go here at QRC Ground, East Mucurapo with the kickoff. And they're going wide, looking there for Young. But he's being strongly challenged at the moment by Chase. And eventually the ball goes out and it's going to be a corner. Well, not a great start for East Mucurapo, but just the kind of starts St. Benedict would want. They're on the front foot. But a player down in the meantime.
Well, we talked about the importance, and Colin, I'm happy that you distinguish the fact that both teams are needing points for varying reasons. And I think from a St. Benedict's college, as we have another look at this incident here, just looks like the ball may have been slammed into Williams' face. Certainly not intentional there by the defender Young, but it does not hurt any less, does it really?
That's right.
So he certainly would have to.
He was clobbered, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And from
Adam and Zeus already
Close range.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think he's probably a bit dazed and take a little while to shake it off. And I think they're doing the right thing, and of course giving him that time to be able to get to his feet. As we have
there's the Jerome McIntyre is the referee, the assistants Adam Mohammed and Roshan Baliram, and Gregory Guevara is the fourth official. But we have a corner. In the meantime, it's going to be taken left-sided corner, sorry, with the right foot, and they go short. Oh, he slips at the most inopportune time. It was Garcia. He was running towards it, but ball
it was a poor pass, really.
Ball played all the way back to Morris. Plays it downfield, looking there for Ochoa. But it's picked up by Chase. Goes back towards Figaro. St. Benedict's holding possession at the moment. This is Mitchell. Goes back to his keeper, Devonish. Is he going to go long? No, he doesn't. He goes short to Figaro. So the ball played wide as, again, St. Benedict's taking control of the situation, just knocking it around, keeping possession, making sure East Mucurapo work hard to get the ball as that Trotman plays that ball down the line. Here is St. Benedict's going wide on the right, and it comes off of the defender, and they have yet another corner. So the second corner, we've just been playing for 2 minutes, coming up to 3, and they already have 2 corners, Brent.
Yeah, and it's really down to the way they have applied themselves in this early going here in this fixture. They have certainly been on the front foot and certainly look like they're up for trying their best to get 3 points as they try another short corner.
Well, here they go. The ball sent in field, headed away. Giving chase there's Ochoa, and he wins yet another corner. So surprisingly, they're not putting the corners in the box.
Yeah, I am a bit surprised, especially with the height advantage that they have overall, that is. You look at the likes of players like Ochoa.
Well, this time they go to the far post. That's a dangerous one.
Tell you what,
it was right over the heads of everybody. And
for a minute there, I thought it was nestling in the back of the net.
Because it was curling, wasn't it? It was curling in. And the keeper was beaten. And luckily, the post was beaten as well.
Yeah, Francis there, the goalkeeper, he looked completely beaten. And I will even throw Young into that situation.
He was also beaten.
Because they both looked like they were at 6s and 7s trying to figure out where that ball trajectory was heading.
Well, here is the free kick. Looks like ball played out to Williams. He goes wide. Back in the field to D'Souza. He gives it away. Nope. They regain possession nicely.
Yeah, that's not
Joseph.
bad. I don't mind that, Colin, because you have the part of East Mucurapo getting a result here this afternoon is they have to be brave on the football, and they showed therefore at least the intent that they're willing to put the ball long and pass and not just pump it forward hopelessly in some cases.
Well, this is Mitchell and Figaro exchanging passes. Plays it downfield there towards Ochoa. He goes wide as Morris is in an advanced position, but gives it back to Ochoa. What is he going to do? Has to go back towards Figaro. This is Mitchell. As in Benedict. Again, that's a bad pass. It's intercepted by Haynes, but he loses out. Yes. Going down the line there was George. To Burke. Burke twisting, turning with it, trying to go past one, two defenders. Does well, gets past Young, sends it across. And there was the shot coming. Nope. It was a foul committed.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't get his head on that, Colin. It was always coming with a lot of pace on it. And when Phillips eventually got the ball to him, he decided to try to take it. Let's have another look at it here. Burke with a good run down the line.
And a good cross, isn't it?
And a very good cross. But it came with a lot of pace. And I thought what Philip attempted to do there was always going to be a difficult skill in terms of trying to take it on his chest.
Yes, East Mucurapo running themselves in problems at the back. Brent, they're trying to play out at the back, and that's admirable. But there's times, as a defender, you've got to get it out.
Yeah, it's a playing out the back. It really is set on when you can play out the back and identifying situations. If the team is pressing and have a lot of numbers up, obviously you may have to go a little bit more direct.
Well, here is a free kick. It's going to be given to East Mucurapo, a foul on Haynes. See the referee having a word there with Mitchell. Actually, that was not Mitchell. He was having a word with Phillips. So it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. Just about 6.5 minutes gone. No goals yet here at the QRC ground. It's used today by East Mucurapo Secondary as their home venue. As that's sent deep. Headed away by Mitchell. And finally, St. Benedict's are going to be able to come away with it. They go wide to Trotman. Trotman playing it in field, but D'Souza wins it. Gives it straight back towards Trotman. And the ball played through. And there was Trotman making the run. And it was intercepted and played out for yet another corner. So they've got, what, about 4 corners so far in the first 7 minutes of play. So to tell you the kind of domination St. Benedict's have had. But East Mucurapo holding out well so far. And you just have to think, if they can hold out maybe for 20, 25 minutes, it'll be really good. Here they go short again. And the ball was taken off of Garcia. Sent in field. Oh, there's the shot eventually coming still. East Mucurapo can't get it away. This is Figaro. Ball goes all the way back. Keeper has to come, Devonish. Plays it downfield. Gets it to there. This is the man wide now. Let's see. That looks like Morris, who has come way over onto the left side. He is listed at the right back. There he is. But, look at his position here. That's to tell you, he's just moving around the field. No doubt he's going to go back onto that right side. As this is Figaro. Looks to go wide to an overlapping George. He's not going to get that. And it's going to be a through for East Mucurapo. Good intention because George had made the run going down the left side. The pass was just a little overweighted. This is Young. Can't keep it in, being harassed there. And certainly harassed by George. And couldn't keep it in, and it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. So George is going to take it. He decides he's going to go back towards Mitchell. Mitchell towards Figaro. This is Pear, back to Figaro. Morris is making that run going down the right side, but Figaro couldn't get it lifted over the top of the defense. This is Morris now in control. Good bit of defending by Joseph. And he eventually wins it through for East Mucurapo. Ball played in field. Here comes St. Benedict's going on that right side. Twisting, turning with it there. Looking to get the crossover, but it's intercepted by Joseph. He tries to get it upfield. But again, St. Benedict through Ochoa intercepting that ball. And Benedict's coming forward with it. The ball lifted. This could be problems, but the keeper is coming. He punches, but it's offside. Just coming up to 10 minutes. No goals yet here at the QRC ground. It's East Mucurapo Secondary against St. Benedict's College, the league leaders. There was the keeper.
Yeah, just a bit offside there. Goalkeeper eventually having to come for it, but have to be very mindful, Colin, of that run book coming in on that side.
Well, this is Haynes.
That's not a bad run.
Gets it over, but it's cleared away.
He's going to have a shot.
Looking to have the shot. It seemed to have taken a deflection. Nope, it did not take a deflection as that shot was coming in from Brown. And he was being closed down quickly. Didn't have the time and the room he needed to get that shot on target. He was hustled in the end, but he did well. Ball played forward as St. Benedict's. This is Ochoa. Morris. Looking to go down the line. Ochoa sends it further down the line there. Looking to get it to Trotman. And they've won a throw. Gets it back to Ochoa. This is Morris. Ochoa. Looking for George. Garcia. Looking to take on his man. Pushed it a little too far ahead of him. And eventually the ball not fully cleared, but they've won a free kick. East Mucurapo, and they take it early. This is Young. Trying to get Haynes involved, but George is there. Coming back to help was Phillips. And then the ball played down. Burke giving chase. And Garcia, good defending, but it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. So the Haynes, but Ochoa picks it up, plays that ball forward. Trotman trying to get there in between the defenders, and a little bit of pushing.
He did well, Trotman, because for a minute there, I thought he lost his battle with Trotman.
Here comes.
But Edwards got back really well. As we have another look at it here, Trotman there with the turn, but look at Edwards, the captain.
He did well in the end.
Yeah, he got himself in between the man and the football, and in turn was able to stop his progress, but more importantly, get a free kick from it and put the possession arrow towards East Mucurapo.
Well, here's the ball played wide. Can George get it? He certainly can. What is he going to do? Is he going to go down the line looking for Burke? Burke's looking to come in field as Young confronts him, gets it back to George, gets the crossover too close to the keeper. Francis holds on to it. Holds it out there to Edwards. He's got Haynes wide. Plays it back towards Young. Looking to play that ball forward to Charles. Is he brought down? Yes, Charles is brought down there by Mitchell. And it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. So East Mucurapo slowly but surely getting back into this game. They've been defending stoutly, but they're starting to make some room wide on the right with Haynes and wide on the left with Popwell. But here's the free kick. This is Brown. Looking to play a 1-2, but it's well intercepted. And it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Young with the throw. Gets it towards Charles. Gets it back to Young. Back to Charles, he's offside. Never came out. Good defending, because they realized that they were going to look to play the ball back to Charles, and they pushed forward the defenders. And from the time it was played to Charles Brent, he was offside.
Yeah, and I think hearing the murmurs on the pitch there, wondering why the ball wasn't delivered into the box. Chance there for East Mucurapo gone, but you're right. St. Benedict's was able to move themselves up every time the ball moved. So they kept that defensive discipline and shape, and was eventually able to draw that offside call.
Well, the ball picked up by D'Souza. Played upfield. And it's going to be a throw for Benedict. Morris with it. Gets it back to Mitchell. This is Figaro. Burke. Looking to go past his man in Haynes, who's coming back to challenge. He has to go back to George. Or this is, sorry, goes back towards Figaro. This is Mitchell. Pair. Long ball. Searching ball for Burke. Headed away. But picked up by George. He doesn't control it all that well, but St. Benedict's regained possession. Mitchell is going to pick it up. Pair. Turns with it nicely. Sends it looking for Burke. That's not a bad ball. He's got no support though. But he's looking to take on Haynes and Young. Sends it across. Edwards clears it. He had more time, Brent.
Yeah, he did.
He just kicked it out.
But I think he wasn't prepared to even examine that time factor.
In the meantime, it looks like Haynes is down. There is Dale Saunders, the East Mucurapo coach. And, well seated. He's not, hasn't got off that seat bench that he's on, the seat he's on. He's been very circumspect. And there is Randolph Boyce, the head coach of St. Benedict's College. Certainly has had real success with St. Benedict's over the last couple of years. And the shot coming from Pierre, not really with any venom. He was more or less trying to curl it into the bottom corner. And it went outside, and it's going to be a goal kick for East Mucurapo. No goals yet here at the QRC ground. Francis is going to take the kick. Gets it to his left towards D'Souza. And ball played out. Brent, I'm going to give you the opportunity to bring us up to date with one or two scores, if you've got them.
I wouldn't want to deny you, Colin, that opportunity of what you normally do when it comes to updates.
Here is Charles, and he's brought down, and it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's. Well, okay, Brent, I just got wind. I just update, I hope it's correct, that Fatima has taken the lead against Speyside. I'm sure Trestrel has scored. A little bit of a surprise for you?
No, I think where Fatima are on the table, I would expect them to come out comfortable with. But I think you made the point in the build-up that the performance we saw from Speyside against Naparima College.
It's disappointing for them.
Yeah, they're not going to be a walkover. It's a good ball.
Disappointing for them to concede so early. Because
yeah.
What? I think, just checking on my watch, the game is what? Just about... QRC leading St. Anthony's by 1-0. St. Anthony's seem very up and down, don't they?
Yeah.
One minute they're beating the likes of Fatima and putting 3 past, I think it was Trinity East, and then all of a sudden they're now behind. But they're a plucky little team as well, St. Anthony's, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get back into that game. But here's St. Benedict's trying to take the lead here, and a foul on George, and it's going to be a free kick for the guys from South. Said in their profile, their main rivals presentation, and I suppose Naparima wouldn't be far behind that either. And the rivalry in South between St. Benedict's presentation and Naparima is really intense. And then a few years ago, Brent, you had Shiva Boys.
Yeah, correct.
That really well-oiled Shiva Boys team. But here is East Mucurapo looking to come forward with it. Not a great ball. And St. Benedict's take possession. Ball is with Morris. Turns nicely with it. He's going to go wide. Looking for Trotman. He's looking to take on his man. He has to go back towards Morris. Ball played in field. This is Garcia. He's done too much with it. He's run too much with it. And then so it's cleared back upfield. Goalkeeper Devonish, he was with St. Benedict's last year. Back between the uprights again. This is Mitchell. Gets it to Ochoa. Nice 1-2 there with Garcia. As Garcia going down that left side, but he's offside. 20 minutes gone. Still goalless here at the QRC ground. It's being used as the home venue for East Mucurapo. East Mucurapo secondary as they go up that right side with Haynes. And Mitchell clattering into him. And it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. You see, the referee is actually calling Mitchell over. I think he's going to go into his yellow card, and he's going to give Mitchell a yellow card.
Was a rugged challenge. So by Mitchell, he did come across with a lot of steam, and as we take another look at it here, it's just doesn't look like anything malicious in it. Just looks like a very much a mistimed challenge. I felt that once Brown got that touch inside of Mitchell, then really the lateness of Mitchell was always going to be an issue, and that issue has caught the attentions of the officials, and now confirmation that he is the first man to go into the referee's books.
So East Mucurapo secondary at the moment holding their own as the free kick is taken. Nice little interchange between Brown and Haynes. Sent upfield, it comes back to Brown. Looking to take on his man, looking for the shot. No, I thought at a minute he had the shot on, but he just did try to do a little too much. But the ball sent downfield. This is Garcia looking to come inside his man. He's got 1-2, confronted by 2 defenders. Still holding on, looking for some support now. He's still holding on to that, turning, twisting with it, and sends the ball over too close to the keeper. Now, I thought for one moment he was looking for some backward support, but he never bothered to get it. He's trying to do it all on his own. That ball played forward towards Haynes. And there was good challenge coming in from Pear. And he wins a throw for his school. This is Ochoa, back to George. Ochoa, looking to play it through. He gets the return ball, and he just overpushed it. Well, I thought for one moment he was through on goal, and the push just let him down. Went straight towards the keeper. But here's Popwell, playing that ball to Joseph. Sends a long ball forward, looking for Charles, but he's confronted nicely by Mitchell. Gets it to Pear. Goes back to Figaro. It's a good ball to Trotman. He turns nicely with it. His control was good. Plays that ball infield towards Garcia. This is Burke. Being confronted by Young, looking to play a 1-2 with Ochoa. He has to go backwards. Gets it to George. This is Garcia with a crack just over the bar. Not a bad effort at all. He had a little bit of room in front of him. He pushed it once. He hit it, just didn't get over it. And it just went over the top of the bar.
Well, so far in this game, every time that man there in your picture picks the ball up, he has at least 4 or 5 purple shirts in attendance with him. And that particular occasion, Colin, he just managed to wiggle himself free of all of that and get enough room to have a shot. Takes it nicely. Good touch inside here to set up the shot. It was always going to be difficult to get it in frame. Had the right power, but just couldn't keep, of course, the direction in the right path.
A ball played wide to Burke. He's onside. He's looking to take on Young. Sends the ball across. This is, this time, he was trying to place it, Brent. He didn't go for power.
Yeah,
but
he should have gone for power there, yeah, because it was always going to be difficult. He was right under the football, and because of that, it ballooned over the bar, leaning back, and just couldn't get the ball on target. Unfortunate for Darrell Garcia. Seems like St. Benedict's College College is starting to increasingly ask more and more questions as we look at the possession and pass completion. They're a lot closer than I thought it would have been.
Well, yeah,
it has been a lot of dominance.
Yeah.
of the football by St. Benedict.
But the thing is, Brent, in the last, I would think, 10 minutes or so, East Mucurapo have put together a couple of attacks, huh? So, yeah, maybe 60-40. I would have thought more like 65-35. But, you know, I could live with 60-40 because I think East Mucurapo, they've settled down nicely. But St. Benedict's so dangerous. And this long ball, as Pear makes that run forward. And did it come off of Pear? Yes, it did. And it's going to be a goal kick. So yes, we seem to have a cooling break at this point in time, which it's really, really hot here at Queen's Royal College. And it's a good idea that these players will have a cooling break, brought to you by SportsMax. As the players going to, and while they go to have this cooling break, there will be, coaches will have a word with both of the teams. So the coach Boyce is having a word with his charges. So it's look at that form guide for East Mucurapo. They beat the Miracle Ministries and Trinity College, but the losses to Presentation and the one to St. Mary's must have hurt them. And of course, the 3-0, a little bit of a surprise that they lost by that type of margin to St. Augustine by 3-0. And it was a really vintage performance by St. Augustine, and shows you how they're improving. But look at that for St. Benedict's. Win, 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 win. And St. Anthony's, Malik, Sawan North, Fatima QRC all felt the brunt. And now the thing about it, they haven't all won by big margins. 2-1, 2-1, and then 1-0. So it's been tough for them. But the thing is, Brent, the most important thing, of course, is them getting the 3 points. And they will tell you a 1-0 is just as good as a 5-0 victory. But, and it just shows defensively how strong and sturdy they are. They haven't conceded more than 1 goal in a game. And if they have conceded, they tend to score 2. Other than that, they've walked away with a lot of 1-0 victories. And that is the reason they are 6 points clear at the top at this point in time. Long ball sent forward. George intercepts, but he gets it towards Brown. Brown plays a long ball looking for Charles. Devenish comes off his line, does well. So it's the ball played out towards Figaro. As he's playing it across towards Mitchell. Goes wide to George. He's looking around, George. Gets it towards Garcia. Plays it into that middle to Pear. This is Garcia chipping it forward. And that's a nice bit of movement, but in the end, the final pass wasn't good enough. And Brown loses out to Pear. Young in a real tussle there with Pear, and as the referee is saying, it's a free kick, a foul on Young, and East Mucurapo have a free kick which they take very quickly. The ball sent upfield looking for Charles. He's being confronted by Mitchell, trying to get infield, and Mitchell does well, and he's brought down, so it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. So you can keep up with the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download it from the App Store or Google Play to catch all the action and the updates from the league wherever you are, whenever you want. So keep up with the SSFL on the SportsMax app. And as I said, you can download it from the App Store or Google Play to catch all the action. And the action right now is a free kick for East Mucurapo. It seems to be Brown is going to take the free kick. And no, Brown is not going to take it. He's leaving it for Charles. Go over to the far post. The heads go up. And Trotman kicks it high. Not much distance. Eventually, it's played to Burke. Look at the space he has in front of him. But he's being confronted there. All of a sudden, coming across was Williams. Charles plays that ball forward, looking for Haynes. Coming around nicely is Figaro. This is Burke. Turning with it is Pear. Gets it to Morris. Back to Pear. He's going to go further back towards Mitchell. Figaro. George going down the line, but errant pass, and it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Half an hour gone here. No goals yet. East Mucurapo holding their own. Ball played forward to no one in particular. Certainly thought that Trotman would have been making the run. And it's kicked out. And it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. Throw sent in field to Pear, but it's sent back up looking for Charles. Figaro heads it off to Mitchell. Long searching ball looking for Garcia. Ball headed against the body of Garcia by Joseph. And Garcia going around, trying to get around 2-3 players. Has to go all the way back to Morris. Plays it to Pear. Pear turning with it. And then not sure if it was a shot he had, but if it was, it's going to come right back up. But that's good defending. Looks to be Burke. No, that's Trotman actually. Ball played long to George. Burke is wide, but he decides to go infield towards Ochoa. This is George. This time he goes wide to Burke. His control wasn't all that great. Gets it to Pear. Back to Burke. But it's cleared upfield to no one in particular, and it's going to come right back. This is Morris. Goes wide. Phillips turning with it, but errant pass. So he goes all the way back. George with that ball, and a foul committed by Garcia, and it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. We see East Mucurapo making a couple changes. I'm a little surprised, Brent, because I thought the 11 on the field were doing pretty good.
I'm looking at, first of all, at this replay. An obvious foul there, and the captain who was closing in and getting that ball, that was Edwards. It's fouled by Garcia. I'm just looking at...
So here goes East Mucurapo, looking to create something. As the ball played wide here to Popwell, who's come over on this right side. Seems that Haynes has gone over on the left side, but Pear wins it. Gets it to Garcia. Wide is Burke. Has Ochoa seen him? No, he hasn't. He gives it to Garcia. Garcia playing that ball towards Trotman. He twists, turning with it. And they gives it to Burke. He's all free, but he's offside.
Yeah, I just wonder if the players that are coming off, Colin, are injured. Because you're right, I think from a Mucurapo, East Mucurapo perspective, it looks like they have been quite much in the game. This one here, Burke straight in the offside position. It's looking like two players that may be struggling a bit physically, Colin, and not necessarily being substituted for the way they played. Obviously, one of the players was Williams, and if you remember, he was struck in the face in the very first play of the game.
Yeah, that's right.
It looks like he really have not been able to get over that.
Well, here comes Ochoa. He's pushed it a little too far ahead of him, and the keeper comes out, holds on to it. No, it was a
goal kick, yeah.
And puts it down, gets it to D'Souza.
I was about to say, Colin, at the start of the broadcast, we talked about what East Mucurapo needed to do to stay in this fixture, and they've done exactly that. They've stayed very compact, both horizontally and vertically. They've made it difficult to play through the lines, and most importantly, in all that they've done, they've competed very, very well. both for the initial first balls and second ball. So those were some of the ingredients that were mentioned, and just like that, East Mucurapo has been able to do those things so far.
Well, here's Charles. We're going to play it forward as the substitute was going down that
a poor header.
Right side, or going down that left side, but here comes Garcia, but he slips. And coming forward with it now. He's got a lot of room in front of him. Is Young. Slaps it forward, looking for Charles, but it's hit too long, and Definition is going to pick it up. George to Garcia. He can't keep it in. And it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Coming up to 36 minutes in this game. No goals yet. Who would have thought that? It just shows you the hard work in East Mucurapo Secondary School. They've worked hard and to keep this scoreline at 0-0. This is Brown. Still Brown. Fighting for it there is the substitute Simmons, and the ball cleared, but only as far as Young. Does well. Flips it upfield, looking for Charles, but it's sent back down. Young comes off the head of Young. Garcia heads it on. He's in a foot race here. Good bit of defending by Edwards, as Garcia was in a foot race with him, and the ball coming off of Edwards and eventually going out. It's going to be a left-sided corner for St. Benedict.
Yeah, give Edwards a lot of credit there, because when Garcia got that first touch, I thought he was dead and dusted, Edwards, and would have been beaten for pace. But he did the right thing in coming across his man and making sure he got between the ball and the attacker. Textbook defending, Colin. It's a good stuff at the end.
Well, Garcia is going to take the corner. Not a bad one. The heads go up and it's cleared off the line. Well, the keeper seemed to be beaten, but here goes Charles. Gets that ball towards the substitute, Simmons. He goes wide towards Haynes.
Again. That's a great
Not a bad ball at all. Charles does well. Gets the better of George. Turns nicely with it, but George gets the touch on it.
So hold it up.
Yeah. Sent downfield. Young is there. Heads it, but Ochoa takes it down nicely. Brown falls over, and the referee says to get up. This is Ochoa. Garcia is wide.
It looks like he's struggling a bit. That's not good news if you're St. Benedict.
Yeah, he seems.
He's holding his hamstring as well.
He's holding the back of his hamstring. That's not good news at all. Well, here is a long ball from Haynes.
It's not a bad idea.
Trying to get Morrison, the substitute, in, and it's going to be a goal kick.
East Mucurapo has certainly not made it easy for St. Benedict's College. They've certainly had to toil in this extremely hot conditions here at the Queen's Royal College Grounds. We have a look at Garcia and that hamstring. Here he is on the ball. Just wonder how much impact that little visit to the physio at the sideline will have on his duration on the game this afternoon. It's a clever ball. It's got innovation.
But it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, and just lacked the quality needed to get the ball on target. I think if they are to unlock, Colin, this East Mucurapo, as well, another look at it. Nice innovation there. Good one to Burke there with the improv. And eventually the finish went over. I just think that if they need to break this very rigid and robust East Mucurapo defense, they're going to have to be imaginative in terms of what they do. And just swinging the ball from side to side, St. Benedict's College, that is not going to unlock it. They need some brilliance here and there, individual brilliance, and certainly a little bit of imagination as well.
Well, here's Mitchell. Plays a good ball forward. and looking to get it to Phillips. He goes wide to George. This is Burke, and George goes down that left side with the run, sends it across, but it's cleared away again. So they're well organized at the back, Brent. East Mucurapo, and so far they've dealt with everything St. Benedict has thrown at them. Let's see, this long ball now, the heads go up, and again it's picked up by Brown. Man down in the meantime in the Mucurapo area, and maybe just at the edge of the box, and he's going to get some attention. Could very well be D'Souza.
I think there was a collision of the sort there. They've had to battle. It's been very hot.
Oh, yeah.
It's been physical, and St. Benedict's is a physical team. Again, there seems to be a little bit of comment together between Trotman there, and it looks like D'Souza.
Yeah, is it D'Souza? I'm gonna check his name at halftime, Brent. It's spelled D-E-S-U-Z-A. Now, is that D'Souza or D'Souza? I normally know D'Souza is D-E-S-O-U-Z-A. So it's missing an O, but maybe it's pronounced D'Souza. And I will just check at halftime and see if that's the correct pronunciation of his name, because I've kept calling him D'Souza.
And I look there at Dwight Stewart, St. Benedict's old boy.
A lot of St. Benedict's old boys must be very proud of this St. Benedict's team in the last couple of years. They've come back into their own. Remember the old days, Brent, of the
Ivan Sampson.
Yeah. Here is
to name a few. They were definitely there and thereabouts.
Even going further back in the 60s, Brent, when I was a youngster, a little boy.
60s?
In my Pampers.
60s?
And
you go a little bit back, further back than that.
Brent,
sorry, continue with your story.
Excited.
Yeah.
Warren Archibald and Leroy De Leon.
Correct.
I mean, it was an unbelievable. And of course, I have to mention Fatima with Everett Cummins and Earl Fu, Roger Dupre, Glenn Seeley in goal. The rivalry between North and South in those days was intense. But here's a corner for St. Benedict's. Can they break this deadlock? It's headed away. The shot comes and it's flicked on, but it goes outside. It's going to be a goal kick. We have just about 2.5 minutes of the first half to play, and whatever added on time there will be. Ball kicked upfield, but it's going to come right back. This is Trotman turning with it, looking to go down that left side. Joseph defends well. He has possession now. It comes off of the keeper could have held on to it, but he decided to clear. But here is Morris. Does well. Goes all the way back to his keeper, Devonish. This is Morris. Ochoa. Plays that ball through. Looking for Garcia. The keeper is coming, but he does well. Came very early. His anticipation was very good. He realized from the time that ball was hit, it was going to go past Garcia. And he held on to it nicely. So here is the throw taken already. Understand that there's going to be 1 minute of added on time. We've just got a minute and a half for the half to be completed, plus 1 minute, and you have to give East Mucurapo credit. They have held on really well here. Throw sent to Brown. What is he going to do with it? Gets it wide to Haynes. This is Young. Sends a deep ball. Devonish has got to be careful, but he does well in the end. It was interesting in the interviews that the East Mucurapo players were saying that the position they're in does not really tell a true tale of how good they are.
Yeah, and I think you may be able to draw some similarities from what we saw from Speyside as well, because looking at this East Mucurapo team, Colin, you may think that there are a lot of good that we've seen in this half that could suggest that if, of course, implied in the other games or implemented in the other games, should, of course, see them out of the relegation soon. But one thing I do know, they're running out of games.
Well,
so they need to turn it around and turn it around fast.
Quickly. Well, this is the ball played forward by Morris. They go all the way back. This is Joseph going forward with it. Does well. Looks to play it through to Charles, but it goes to Mitchell. And Mitchell plays that ball forward. And we see 1 minute of, we are into the final, we are into the 1 minute of added on time. Simmons going wide towards the other substitute in Morrison. Ball played into Brown. Looking to get it to Charles. Not Charles. That was Haynes who had come more inside. This is Ochoa. Garcia. Plays a lovely ball through. This could be an opportunity for Trotman. Sends the ball across just behind Burke. Coming upfield with his Haynes. Plays a long ball. Looking for Charles. We've played the 1 minute of added on time. Referee decides he's had enough. He blows his whistle to indicate that it's halftime here at the QRC ground. It's the East Mucurapo secondary school doing battle against St. Benedict's. East Mucurapo using this QRC ground as their home ground. And after the 45 minutes plus 1 minute of added on time, it's goalless here at the QRC ground between East Mucurapo Secondary and St. Benedict's College. We've not been able yet to break the deadlock here at QRC ground. For all St. Benedict's were worth, the goalkeeper Francis didn't have all that much work to do. He's had a couple shots, but outside of that, he hasn't had very much to do. Neither has Devonish. Been a lot of midfield play by both these teams. Both teams have worked very, very hard, and we will wait. Now let's go down to Brent. He's got the captains with him.
First of all, you would be happy with the first half, of course, not conceding. Your thoughts on how things have gone so far?
Well, right now things are going very well because the team, we ain't getting much possession as we wanted, but hopefully in the second half we could get more possession. Yeah,
certainly you want more possession, but defensively you would be happy with what happened so far. Your thoughts on your defensive display?
Well, of course, we defensively doing very well because we haven't conceded a goal yet, but we will keep doing that for the rest of the game.
Thank you very much. All the best in the second half. Of course, so far, first of all, I saw you grabbing the hamstring a bit. What's the prognosis on your injury so far?
Now my injury is going good, so second half I will come back and help my team score.
Well, of course, still 0-0. Probably you had a lot of the ball so far. Probably wanted to get more shots on goal. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, we had to keep the ball more and communicate more.
Well, of course, do you see yourself getting on the score sheet in the second half?
Yes.
Definitely. All the best in the first, all the best good in the first half and all the best in the second half. Thank you very much. Well, there you have it so far at Queen's Royal College ground. East Mucurapo Secondary 0, St. Benedict's College 0. When we come back, we will have first half highlights as well as stats and the breakdown of the game.
You're watching coverage of Secondary Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us with your vision. We paved the way with innovation. You walked with us side by side, and we continue to serve you with pride. First Citizens is proud of everything we've achieved together. We made dreams a reality, shaped success stories, and painted brighter futures. And together, we'll accomplish so much more. First Citizens, we put you first.
Do you know someone who has been affected by breast cancer? Were they able to receive the treatment they needed? Every year, hundreds of Jamaican women are being diagnosed, and sadly, not all can afford the treatment they need. But you can help. Jamaica Reach to Recovery and ICWI present the Jamaica Reach to Recovery ICWI Pink Run. Put on your tutus and tall socks for this year's color edition. Get ready to run, walk, and have fun. Sunday, October 27, Emancipation Park. Visit pinkrunjm.com for more information and to register.
You're watching coverage of Second High Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
At the half, it is 0-0 St. Benedict's College and East Mucurapo Secondary School. We are here with two fans. Now, Dwight Stewart went St. Benedict's College. Tell me about the mottos for St. Benedict's College, because we're trying to figure out what the two mottos are. Tell us.
Nihil omnino Christo, Christ above all. Right. And I attended St. Benedict's in 1994. Right, I entered in 1994, and ever since I wanted to go to St. Benedict's and, you know, follow the football. My uncle played football for the school, you know, and now I am bringing my son to watch the game. And
is your son in St. Benedict's?
Not right now. He's in Standard 4.
The man said not right now. He's training him to be part of the school. All right, quick thoughts on the game thus far and St. Benedict's performance?
Well, the defense is not too bad, but you know, we're just looking for that final pass and to move a little bit faster on the counter, you know. But that East Mucurapo defense is a little bit stubborn. But when we get that final pass, we'll score.
Well, I'm going to talk to somebody who's going to say they're going to remain stubborn. Mr. Edwards, father of the captain of the team, East Mucurapo Secondary School. I mean, the team has been expressing the standings don't really show how great they are. Your thoughts on that and, well, the game today?
Well, it's a bunch of they so experienced. It's the first time I set out under 16, but the game, they're standing firm. And as my son Elijah Edwards knows, don't let nothing pass because everybody watching.
Don't let nothing pass because everybody is watching. And let's take a look back at the first half highlights. Colin Murray has the action.
Well, we got the action going here at the Queen's Royal College ground, being used as East Mucurapo home team, and immediately they got on the attack. They had back-to-back corners within the first 4 minutes, but then East Mucurapo had a corner of their own, and it was sent in. Goalkeeper Devonish was doing his utmost, but then was Garcia twisting, turning with it, all sorts of tricks, trying to get a shot away, and eventually, look at him, still in possession, and getting the crossover, but too close to the goalkeeper. He was the danger man. The St. Benedict's captain in Garcia, he is the man most likely. And here is him. Here is he again, taking a shot from distance and going just over the bar. You could see him just making the room for himself. It had the power, but unfortunately it was over the bar. Then again, another opportunity for him. He was trying to side-foot it into the back of the net, and it went just over the bar. You could see the disappointment because he should have hit the target at least, made the keeper save. And so it was all St. Benedict's. But give East Mucurapo credit. They were well organized at the back. They were certainly keeping St. Benedict's to shots at distance from like that one. And really and truly, the goalkeeper had some work to do, but not very much in terms of what to do. Let's have a look at the stats. Look at that. 8 shots coming from St. Benedict's, just 1 from East Mucurapo, 2 shots on target, and St. Benedict's would be disappointed with that. 9 fouls to 1, 1 yellow card for St. Benedict's, no red cards, 6 corners to none. And look at the possession. It's up from St. Benedict's now to 62% as opposed to 38. 7 runs in the box to 1. And that tells me that St. Benedict's at the moment, they can't score, but in terms of the possession, Brent, and shots, they're ruling it at the moment.
Yeah, they are ruling it, but I think the most important line there is the 0-0. That is, of course, if you are East Mucurapo fan. I did have the opportunity, Colin, to catch up with Coach Dale Saunders in today's Gaffer Story. Welcome to another edition of Gaffer's Corner. I'm now joined by, I like to call him the king of Pity Valley, the man who have grown up in this area. We're at Mole here in Pity Valley, very much so in his area. Now a coach at Mucurapo Secondary School, Mr. Dale Saunders. What inspired you to start playing this sport?
Most of my uncles and cousins and so on always loved the game of football, and it was easy for me to get involved. Mucurapo always produced top talent. You know, at that time, it wasn't easy to even be on the bench. We won the North Zone in 1988 and 1989.
You obviously ended up on the national youth system. What was that like, your first national youth team call-up?
Well, that was a dream come true for me. To play at the highest level, you can't want better than that. I had a fantastic experience over the years. I traveled the world, representing Trinidad and Tobago. That is what helped me, mold me to the person I am today. I got so much from Mucurapo as a youth, as a student. The principal, Mr. Derek Philip, and myself, we have a very, very good working relationship with his administration. So sometimes when I bring something to the table, he buys into it one time, and we try to get it done.
What was that like for you, coming into the coaching ranks at the professional level?
Well, one of my main success stories was at Central FC, where we had a proper organization, a proper structure. So coming into that, it wasn't hard for me.
60 years of SSFL football. What impact do you think SSFL football have had on Trinidad and Tobago football?
SSFL football has done a fantastic job every year, having youths do what they love, enjoying the football game, and there's nothing better than that.
When you think of a team that has really set themselves aside from all the teams we've seen for 60 years,
I will call Mucurapo.
And of course he would say East Mucurapo. Come on, Coach Dale Saunders. Guys, let's talk about the matchup that we have here. St. Benedict's College, East Mucurapo, 0-0 at the half. What does either team need to do to get in front of this one?
Well, I think from a St. Benedict's College perspective, they need to widen the football field. It's a bit too much of the football is being played where the major traffic is, where it's in the middle of the park. Maybe try to use the width a bit. They've tried through Burke, but maybe have the overlapping of the wing backs coming forward. And they have to find ways to get their players into the right position. But of course, we saw Ochoa and we saw Garcia, but getting them the football in the right areas that they can be an influence in the football game. But a lot of it has really been about East Mucurapo secondary and how they've done so far. So I think you have to give them credit.
Oh, yeah, you have to. You know, I think St. Benedict's have to be a little bit more patient. I would be surprised if a Randolph boys isn't saying, guys, you're rushing it too much. Be a little bit patient. I look at Garcia and Ochoa. They're picking up the ball and they're running, but they're running into bodies rather than trying to, as Brent say, spreading it. I would expect them to be a little bit more patient going into the second half. And as Brent is saying, spread it a little bit, give themselves the opportunity, get the wing backs, Morris and George, to come down. Forward, and you know, I still think Benedict's have the quality to win it. But so far, East Mucurapo, I think they're playing a well-organized game. And I expect to see much of the same in the second half. But Benedict's have to be more patient.
Well, let's see what happens in the second half. We want to remind you, you can download the SportsMax app today and keep up with all of the action. I mean, Coach Dale Saunders said it, 60 years of SSFL, and the SSFL has done fantastic work. The score here at QRC, St. Benedict's College 0, East Mucurapo Secondary 0. When we come back around, second half action.
You're watching coverage of Second High Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
TGISN! Goodness, it's a sale at Court. It's the biggest sale weekend of the year with up to 65% off store-wide from Friday, October 11th to Sunday, October 13th. TGIS! 3 days of fantastic deals at Courts. Courts, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
You're watching coverage of Second High Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
Well, it's halftime here, and the teams are back out. So for the start of the second half, it's East Mucurapo Secondary 0, St. Benedict's College 0, and St. Benedict's looking to make a couple changes here in the second half. And it looks as if, let's see, it appears that Barrow is going to come on together with James, Josiah Barrow and Akeem James. And making their way off is Mitchell. And not sure who is the other substitution. We'll wait on that. But we'll give you confirmation of those substitutes in a minute. But as we get the action going here, and this is the ball played wide towards Trotman. Eventually it's played out, and Phillips is the other man off. So Phillips and Mitchell off. I'm hearing you all. So this is the ball played wide. Ochoa playing it in, but it's won back here by Simmons. Brown in a real tussle with Ochoa. Ochoa and Garcia trying to play a 1-2. Brown comes away with it. Plays that ball wide as he passed it to Simmons. Simmons is making that run going down the left side, but coming across quickly was Figaro. So there's a substitution as James on for Mitchell. Ball played wide, but he's offside. So a free kick for St. Benedict's. Ball played forward towards Morris. Goes all the way back. Long searching ball headed away by D'Souza. And I got confirmation he is D'Souza. Even though he leaves out O before the U. He's D'Souza. Here's a long, good challenge. But Trotman does well eventually and he wins a corner. So it is going to be a right-sided corner for St. Benedict's. Going across to take the corner is Burke. He's going to hit it with the left foot. Trying to curl it in. So here is the corner. Headed out. Well, he was trying to head it back in. Was Trotman. But he only succeeded in heading it outside. Ball played forward. Nicely there. It was taken down nicely on his chest by Morris. Burke sends it across field. Too far. Brown couldn't hold on to it. And the ball is played wide. Aimless ball, really. And it's going to go out. No. Here's the ball played forward. So, nice ball played forward towards Burke by Trotman. Burke trying to come infield. D'Souza is there.
Well defended eventually.
Oh, by D'Souza. Certainly was excellent defending. He's been pretty steady at the back, hasn't he?
Extremely steady.
Now here's the ball played infield. And there was James winning it. Long ball, but it goes straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. This is Chase. Long ball played forward towards Simmons. He goes back, gets that ball to Haynes. And he's brought down. It's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. Just awaiting some, as Haynes seems to be the man down. So he's going to get some treatment. So here is the foul committed again. It was charged down. It wasn't the man down seems to be Young and not Haynes, because Haynes playing a little bit of racing with the ball.
Well, it's been a plucky display so far.
Let's have some score updates at halftime with some of them. Well, we know that East Mucurapo St. Benedict's. Fatima leading Speyside by that lone goal. So again, we see a plucky display from Speyside High. Presentation leading 1-0 against Malik. Well, Miracle Ministries, they're 1-up against Signal Hill. That's a good score for them. Naparima leading St. Mary's by 2-0. St. Anthony's, they've pulled a goal back. So it's now 1-1 with QRC. St. Augustine is also 1-1 with San Juan North, and Trinity College East. They are down at the moment to Arima North by 1-0.
Well, there's some interesting scores so far. Obviously, a lot of football still to be played.
Well, here is the free kick about to be taken. As this is the ball played wide, but good interception, but it's a free kick. Referee says unfair. So it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's. So a yellow card being given to Joseph of Mucurapo. Devon Joseph. Yeah, so here is a free kick for Benedict's. So referee this is a yellow card. Referee giving Joseph the yellow card for East Mucurapo. So they have a free kick, St. Benedict's. There is goalkeeper Francis giving some instructions to his defenders of where to mark off. The free kick sent and the header goes, but it's going to be wide. Can it be retrieved? Yes, it is. Sent back in field, finally cleared away, but not very far. Sent downfield, but won back here by Trotman. The shot from Ochoa seemed to be a handle ball, but it goes to the far post. So it's going to be a goal kick. Referee Isaiah signals a goal kick for East Mucurapo. Long ball forward. This is Simmons giving chase. Cross comes, good bit of defending by Figaro. He's been pretty good at the back as well for St. Benedict's. Ball played to Brown. Going wide is Morrison. Can he get to it? He can. But being confronted there by Morris. And it seems to be a foul committed and a free kick. Foul committed on Brown. No, it's not Brown, it's Charles. Foul committed on Charles. He slowly gets up. And it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. Coming up to just about 10 minutes in the second half. So it's a long way out. I don't think they're going to try to go to goal from this distance, but who knows? See, Brown is over the ball, but he's leaving it for Chase. So Chase is going to take the free kick. Chips it over to the far post. The heads go up. It comes off of a St. Benedict's defender, and it's going to be a corner for East Mucurapo. Right-sided corner. As that ball from Chase was chipped down to the far post. It was hit a little. I thought he was going to try and angle it a little bit more goalwards. But at the end of it, they've got a corner, which is a good for them. So a right-sided corner. So the corner comes, it's swinging, but high one, the heads go up. Burke can't get it away, and eventually it's cleared away by Ochoa. But is it going to be kept in? Yes, it has been by Morrison. He tries to go wrong, his man. And there is the referee, Jerome McIntyre. And not Isaiah. Jerome McIntyre is the referee for today's encounter. He's done a pretty good job so far, Brent. He's controlled the game well. He's dished out a couple yellow cards for one or two tackles that have really been, you have to say, worthy of yellow cards, but I think he's controlled the game nicely.
Yeah, and more importantly, he's allowed the game to flow. He's made sure that he's stayed on top of things, so hasn't been a game that's played with tremendous amount of malice in it.
No, it hasn't.
Although it's a lot at stake for both teams. We talked about it at the beginning of this production. that St. Benedict's just needs, you would think, Colin, maybe 2 wins in the next 5 or 6 fixtures, and
I would think so.
To put themselves in a very, very good position.
Well, here is, I thought Truckman was going to get in there, but again, good defending.
Edwards again.
Goes to Ochoa. The ball played towards Pierre.
He's onside.
Sends it across and Ochoa couldn't settle it. He was always stretching for that. But it's still in play. Burke gets it back towards Barrow, one of the substitutes. This is Barrow. George to Burke, offside.
Yeah. I just felt there when Burke got himself into that situation where he could cross the ball, just needed really to take a little bit off of it. Just looked like he just drilled it across the goal. And that man there in your screen, Ochoa, was always going to be difficult for him. Not only he was always stretching, but Ochoa, Burke does well here, Colin. Just maybe just a little bit weight of pass, weight of cross is important there. He fires it across the goal, which made it very difficult for Ochoa to even try to guide that one into the back of the net. So it's
Here's a shot! Oh, what a goal! It had to happen. He kept pumping. Garcia, the skipper. Well, who else? He's put St. Benedict's ahead, and they lead by 1-0. Minute number 59. He's broken the deadlock here with a scorcher.
Well, I did ask him in the halftime interview if he thinks he's going to get on the score sheet, and he didn't hesitate in telling me yes. And if he had something like this in mind, then I could see why he said yes. Absolutely flawless in his approach.
I guess you wanted to tell him yes, sure, right.
Well, I'm going to ask him for the lotto numbers after the game as well.
What a shot.
I tell you what, the technique was excellent to get over the ball, and that's a difficult skill. When you look at the distance from where that ball was struck from, you'd have to say, Colin, that is a superb strike and a superb goal as confirmation of that.
Yeah, it was everything. The thing as well, Brent. He had a little bit of room, and he pushed it once, and he hit it sweetly.
Yeah. Well, when you talked about that touch, right about finally the ball comes to him here, takes that touch. That's a good touch. Sets it up. The ball was always in the air. It was not settled. It was not rolling on the ground. So that made that skill twice as difficult, because you have to connect it sweetly and at the right spot. And boy, oh boy, Colin, did he connect to that sweetly.
You know, the thing about it, I think that's about his 3rd or 4th shot in the game.
Correct.
You know, I mean, he's got more shots than Mucurapo. You know, I mean, you just had to think if he got one right, it would have hit the back of the net. And boy, did he get that right.
But I think even so, in getting it right, the difficulty in getting that right has to be put into this conversation. Because as much as we talk about it being a good goal, I tell you what, that was just this could be number 2.
Or just over the bar. That's Trotman.
Tell you what, that was close, very, very close. And Trotman would be disappointed he didn't shake the back of the net.
Well, you have to keep up with the SSFL and the SportsMax app. Download it from the App Store or Google Play to catch all the action and updates from the league, wherever you are and whenever you want. And if you have goals like that, well, you got to keep up with this SSFL on that SportsMax app, because you see wonder goals coming from young Garcia. What a strike that was from the young man, the skipper. So Darrell Garcia has always been with St. Benedict's ever since I've known him in the SSFL, Brent. I don't think he's been transferred or anything else, as far as I know. He's always played with St. Benedict's. Or he's always gone to St. Benedict's. But here comes East Mucurapo through Charles. He's worked hard up front for East Mucurapo. He goes over though. As going forward with it is Figaro. Plays a nice ball wide to Trotman. Can he get it across? He does. But to no one in particular, and they clear their lines. What a cracker from Garcia. Minute number 59. So it's going to be a throw. See referee McIntyre having a word. Seems to be having a word there with Haynes, who's come more in the inner. He was at a wide right position for most of the first half. Goal kick for East Mucurapo.
Well, I think from an East Mucurapo secondary perspective, Colin, they've got to find a way to get themselves back into this. We've seen.
Well, they've got to start to push men forward, huh, Brent?
But this is exactly what I'm alluding to. And will that have an impact in terms of the ability to keep the compactness that has kept them in this game for such a long period of time? You just feel that if they started to push men forward, Colin, it would leave the likes of Trotman and Burke and Garcia.
At least some gaps.
At least some gaps at the back. So, but they need points, and sometimes you have to do what you got to do to get points.
At this stage, Brent, whether they lose 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, it really don't matter. What they need to do is get a goal back. Maybe it's just early days. Maybe
it is.
Maybe
it's quite early.
They got to keep it 1-0 for a while. And then maybe in the last 15 minutes, you got to throw a little bit of caution to the wind. Yeah. That's too close to the keeper. Yeah, they got to throw a little bit of caution, maybe with about 15 minutes to go at that point in time, and try and put St. Benedict's under some pressure. Maybe 1 or 2 other substitutions, put 1 or 2 attacking players on, and just sacrifice a little bit at the back.
Well, one of the ways of being a little bit more proactive and attacking is engaging St. Benedict's higher up the park and pressing them higher up the park. Which the principles remain the same in terms of being compact and moving forward. But right here, look at how many purple shirts are still in their half, Colin.
Yeah.
As you can see, they're still just coming out. They're going to have to start pressing half the park. As I said, the principles remain the same. Staying compact, making sure that they are not allowing St. Benedict's any sort of room. We see some of the fans there. They must be happy, Colin.
Sure. They made the trek down from south.
As they're closing in on another title, certainly you would have to consider this era for St. Benedict's is almost a dynasty if they are to go on to win it.
We talked about the form guide, Brent, and we showed the picture. 8 wins on the trot after that goalless draw in the opener, which we did against Arima North.
Well, if you go back to last season, Colin, remember they were the team to beat at the end of the season. They started poorly in the first game that we aired last season against San Juan North, and they lost that game. And they went on to lose again after that. And they did not recover until to the latter part of the season, where they had some really significant results and did put some pressure eventually on Fatima and the ones at the top. And they were surprisingly, I remember we thought they were surprisingly beaten in the Intercal, the knockout stage of it by Presentation College. Because
who went on to win?
Who went on to win because they were favourites then because of what they started to produce at the latter part of the season.
Well, we saw the 4th official having a word with referee McIntyre. Not too sure what that was about. And he's going to have a word. The 4th official must have seen something. And he's having a word with Simmons, and it looks to be Morris. So, well, that's all sorted out. Here's the ball sent in just to the edge of the box. Morris trying to clear it away. He does get it upfield, but it's going to come right back. This is D'Souza going right-sided towards Young. He plays it up that right side. The ball goes all the way back to Edwards. This is Haynes trying to get a 1-2 going with Chase. Haynes now thought he got possession, but it's picked up by Pear. Sends a long ball towards Garcia, but Burke is giving chase. He keeps it in, gets it back to Garcia. Garcia, he goes past his man, but good bit of defending again. But here's Garcia. He seems to be here, there, and everywhere. Eventually, it's sent downfield. But here is a free kick. Mucurapo looking to make a substitution. Batson is the man coming in, and Brown is going out. So Brown on the ball, giving it there towards Chase. Goes wide to Young. Ball played forward. Turning, twisting with it is the ball Haynes, and comes right back upfield towards Edwards. This is Edwards in possession. Has a long range shot, really a little bit wayward and had nothing in it. And goalkeeper Devonish holds on to it. What is he going to do now? Is he going to go left-sided? He does. Bowls it out towards Figaro. Ball played there towards, all the way back there now towards the goalkeeper. They're holding possession at the moment. This is James. Morris has gone more in an advanced position. Looks to play a 1-2 with Burke, who has come over on this left side, or this right side, I should say. Simmons playing it forward. Ball played down towards Charles, who's made that run. He's been confronted by Figaro, who comes away with it. Gets it to Morris. Ochoa. Ball comes off of Simmons. We see Mucurapo, the substitution is now going to be made. Batson for Brown. So there is the fourth official holding up the card and confirmation of the substitution. Batson for Brown. Batson trying to immediately have an impact, but it's picked up here by Ochoa. Morris plays it to Burke. Burke to Ochoa, back to Burke. This is good. Move on to the far side, looking for Garcia. Simmons. Batson, the substitute, looking to take on the defenders. And eventually Pear sends it upfield. So there is a possession, 52% for St. Benedict's. And pass completion 63 to 61 as they take a shot, a wayward shot, but not so great. So this is ball played in field there from Trotman. Not a good ball. So update on that St. Anthony's game. It's 3-1, they now lead. So St. Anthony's having been a goal down against QRC, they've come back now to lead 3-1. So they're on the upward swing, St. Anthony, since that result against Fatima, where they won 2-1. So here we have a cooling break brought to you by SportsMax. So the players are going to make their way to their respective benches. Just about 70 minutes gone. Still a long time in this game. Brent left 20 minutes for East Mucurapo to at least get something out of it.
Yeah, and it would certainly mean that they will have to be the protagonists. So far they've been out in fires and trying to contain St. Benedict's College and their individual brilliance that they possess throughout the team. And it will have to come in the form for East Mucurapo, Colin, and how they approach it. Do you, as we were rightfully discussing, do you start throwing more numbers forward? Do you be a bit more adventurous?
Well, you've got
what impact would it have as it relates to, of course...
let's have a look at the goal again.
And it was
a brilliant goal.
Yeah, it was class. And you have to take into consideration, once he makes this touch here, how difficult, because the ball is not laying on the surface, it's airborne. And when he strikes the ball, it was airborne. And as much as people may look at this and think, well, an airborne ball might be easier to strike than a ball on the ground, that is not true.
That's right. The QRC clock could have been in danger, couldn't it?
Clearly so.
Yeah, because you never can tell. And if you hit it right, it can end up in the back of the net.
But the difficulty in hitting it right, it must be understood.
Oh, yeah.
As we see some of the scores, Colin, you're Fatima Colin.
Speyside is back in it, I tell you.
We're not surprised because, as we said, we were very impressed with what we saw from them. Malik, down only 1-0. They seem to have some resurgence.
Miracle Ministries, isn't
that is surprising.
Against Signal Hill. Naparima leading St. Mary's by 2-0. Well, look at that St. Anthony's score so far, Brent.
Yeah, and San Juan North Secondary hanging in there. I tell you what, Trinity College East, they are back in it. They desperately need. I don't think 1 point is good enough for them, Colin.
Yeah, well, here comes St. Benedict's, and that's flicked over the bar. Trotman.
Well defended, it looks like.
It may have come off the defender, so it could be a corner.
Yeah, looks like the captain was there again.
Yeah, Edwards?
Yeah. And was able to put his right boot in place to block that. As we have another look at it. The ball comes in here. It's a good shot here. Edwards with the block. Excellent stuff.
Here's Burke. Going wrong his man, and good defending in the end, but they won another corner. 72 minutes gone, coming up to 73 minutes, so we still got 17 minutes left in this game. But here is the cross ball. The heads go up, headed away. But here's Garcia fighting for it again. He's going to go back to Burke. No, he chips it out of field. Chips it in field. And no one can get the shot away, but the referee indicating a free kick for East Mucurapo. As another substitution East Mucurapo looking to make. Matthews is the man who's going to come on. I'm not sure who he's going to come on for. So the referee just holding up the play, referee McIntyre, having a word with Pear. So here is the ball played forward, but James is there. He's been very calm and cool at the back, James.
Yeah.
He's came on from Mitchell and has been pretty well organized. We see a substitution here now. It's Matthews is the man coming on for East Mucurapo, and Charles is off. So he's worked really hard up front.
Yeah, and at times he cut an isolated figure as a support he possibly would have desired was not forthcoming, and confirmation of that substitute with Charles off, the hard-working Charles and Matthews. And it looks like an intent to throw more numbers forward, Colin.
Yeah, well, they've got to. I tell you what, though, Brent, I would have kept Charles on. You know, you've now put Matthews on as well. I would have put Matthews on as well to have a double strike force there, kind of running at the St. Benedict's defense. Yeah. Yes, you might have to sacrifice somebody in the midfield, but you still you've taken off the striker just to put on another striker. You know, it's.
Well, I just wonder.
Maybe a fresh pair of legs.
Well, I just wonder. You mentioned how much work Charles has done. I just wonder if he had anything left in him.
Yeah, that's just outside the box.
Yeah, and I think that's the correct call.
Yeah. So a free kick for St. Benedict's.
Because it just looked like he was always going to be late, Joseph. So have another look at it here. Yeah, certainly a foul.
Yeah, and outside. He ended up in the box, but it was committed outside the box.
Well, he was behind him.
Yeah.
And
no hope of getting the ball.
No hope of getting the ball. And he stopped Burke's progress. So it is a correct call. Fortunately, from an East Mucurapo secondary perspective, it was outside the box. Now, you just think if Garcia is to deliver a good ball and they do put this in the back of the net, you would think that's game, set, and match.
Here's Garcia. Plays it out. The shot comes. Not a bad effort. Headed down. But here's Morris, who just had that shot. Goes wide to Garcia. Well won in the end by Joseph. Garcia was trying all sorts of trickery. Morris can't keep it in, and it's going to be a goal kick for East Mucurapo. Just about 13 and a half minutes to go here. As St. Benedict's now, they're looking to make a substitution.
Well, you would think the longer this game stays at 1 goal, so that it favors East Mucurapo, because they would think they have a chance, Colin, of getting back into it. And here they come.
Oh, wasted really at the end of the day. David is the man coming on for St. Benedict's, Elijah David. we'll wait and see who he comes on for. As Burke, he's another one who's worked hard on the line. That's hit too hard. So as I was saying, Burke worked very hard. And I'm not surprised that he's going to be the man taken off. He's worked up that line. He's run both left side and right side. As this is Young, looking to go down the line. But hits a little too hard. And it's a throw for St. Benedict's. In the meantime, the substitution is going to be made. David for Burke. So there's confirmation of that. The fourth official just holding up the card. And it's Mucurapo making a substitution. So 10, Mackay Simmons, who had come on as a substitute, he's now being substituted. And making his way on, let's see, is Lois. So again, I would expect Lois would be, no, where is he going to play? Because Simmons was more or less pushing up front to combine, playing just off of Charles. But it appears that Lois has gone more in a defensive position, so I'm a little surprised at that. But maybe he's gone wide. This is Lois now, getting his first touch. He hasn't touched it as yet. Now he touches it. Looks to go in confirmation there of the substitution, Lois for Simmons. And here's Lois. Gets a good ball there to Morrison. Morrison still in possession, but holding on a little too much and losing it. Edwards. Ochoa. Too much, they're playing it back too much in Benedict's. They're taking some real risks. But here's that ball played wide. The cross comes. Ball cleared away. Young is going to bring it right back. Has a shot. Goes wide. Well, had some power in it, but was certainly not troubling the keeper. Was always running away from Devonish, and it's going to be a goal kick. We understand Fatima's gone 2-1 up against Speyside. So it always seems when you seem to get the better of Fatima Brent, they have an extra gear. We saw they were 2-1 down against Signal Hill, and in the second half they scored 5. They couldn't do it against St. Anthony's, and they couldn't do it against St. Benedict's.
That gear was missing.
Yeah, but
here comes this Mucurapo. I tell you what, Colin, they're starting to slowly edge themselves into this football game.
St. Benedict's got to be careful, Brent. That, you know, one goal could, you could never. Here's Garcia though, making that run, but he gets in between. Oh my word, Garcia! Oh my word! Minute 81. This guy, what can I say? That's, Brent, I don't know if that's better than the first one. What a cracker from Garcia. He was getting in between. Let's have a look, Brent. He was in between two defenders.
Again, it is a difficult strike. And look how far out he is. That's still about 20 yards out from goal. I tell you what, Colin, I'm looking at goalkeeper Francis's reaction. And
never had a chance.
Even when he was on the ground, he still had his hands up because he probably didn't know when that ball got past him. Terrific technique and good ability. And again, I would lament on the fact that that is a difficult skill. He's on the run with a ball that is not stationary, and certainly a ball that is not on the ground. It was still in the air. I was able to strike that with the veracity and, of course, the precision of a top-flight striker.
Do you think, Brent, we can have 2 SportsMax moments?
Well, I think the producer doesn't have a choice.
Well, here goes the substitute, who has come on, David, trying to go up that right side, gets it to Ochoa. Garcia trying to play it back to Ochoa. And that goal certainly will settle the nerves of St. Benedict's. Ball played across, but it's picked up here by George. And there goes Trotman up that left side, trying to get the cross in, and it's cleared away. It's going to be a corner, left-sided corner for St. Benedict's. Cross ball comes. Ochoa with the header. D'Souza clears it. This is Morris. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Devonish. What is he going to do? Chips it. Looking for David, but not a great ball. And it's going to be a throw for Mucurapo. Turning and twisting there with it was Haynes. And plays it down the line, and it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Just about 7.5 minutes left and added on time. And you have to say that's for Mucurapo to get East Mucurapo to get back in this game. They've got to score, and they've got to score one very, very soon. Here comes David. Gets it to Garcia. Oh, that's a good ball. Back to David, but I don't think he's going to get there. It was hit just a little too hard. The idea was good because Garcia saw David going up that right side. Just couldn't keep it in. Here's D'Souza to Joseph. Figaro, he's had a good game at the back for St. Benedict's. Gets it to George. I think defensively, even when Mitchell was on, they've always looked solid at the back. And when you think about it, I can't remember Devonish, Brent, making one save.
Wow.
If you could help me, you know, I'm not as young as you.
Yeah, he's certainly had a tourist evening at the back for the goalkeeper, Devonish.
I think D'Souza is down. No, it looks like Edwards. We see St. Benedict's looking to make another substitution in the meantime. Let's have a look at the SportsMax moment. And that ball played in between the defenders. He pushed it once, and as you rightly said, Brent, the ball was just running away from him. Look at it. And he hit it superbly. And it just hit the top of the back of the net. And what a goal from Garcia. And that is the insurance goal that they needed. And it's also your SportsMax moment.
I think when you look at Garcia and his body of work, of course, confirmation of the subs, Trotman out, McKnight in. He's certainly one that can win you a football game. I think that is very difficult to even question. And once he gets a space or even an ankling of room, he's almost unplayable and unstoppable, because both strikes, Colin, really is at the highest order. And I don't think when goalkeeper Francis is looking back at the footage from this game, that he could look at himself and say, well, maybe if I positioned myself to the left, to the right, I would have gotten in.
But he could have positioned himself left, right, and center. He wouldn't have got to. It was really two superb strikes. You have to give him credit.
Yeah.
And poor Francis could have done nothing. And he can't blame his defenders, really.
But it came out of nothing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. For both goals, it's really been crafted and created by Garcia.
He's worked hard.
And he's worked hard to get into that position. And particularly in the second one, when you look at Francis's reaction, it would suggest to you he saw that ball coming out the net.
Ochoa looking for David. Around comes Edwards.
Defended.
Great defending. D'Souza plays that ball forward. But David, oh, that's a tough tackle between Edwards and David, and a little bit of a confrontation. And Garcia saying, "Hey, guy, cool it." I don't think he was happy with the challenge from David Edwards, and he had a little bit of a go at David as he was walking past him. Well, let's have some score updates. Well, we know this in Benedict's East Mucurapo game 2-0. Fatima leading Speyside by 2-1.
Presentation now gone 3 goals up against Malik.
Yeah, it was 1-0 just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Miracle Ministry
still hanging on.
That would be
that's be their second win.
Yeah, and there'd be 3
valuable 2 points. Ooh. Naparima 2 goals still against St. Mary's. St. Anthony's on top 3-1. St. Augustine and Sanmore North and Trinity College East, as I said before, Colin, I still think, albeit of course I'm very sure Leo Chin would be happy with that.
Oh, for sure.
With that,
dancing with
that, I still think they need 3 points.
Yeah, they do. But it's so tight at the bottom, Brent.
Yeah.
1 point, you could never tell. 1 point in the end might be a very valuable point. I think most of the teams now in the bottom, if you can't win, don't lose. You know, here's Garcia again. This could be a hat trick. Garcia, oh, it's run. That's great defending by Edwards. And goalkeeper now comes out, but Garcia still in possession. Being harassed there at the moment by D'Souza. And he can't turn. D'Souza is not allowing him to turn. The corner flag is in jeopardy. And let's see, the referee McIntyre, is he awarded a corner or is it a free kick? I think he's...
Looks like a corner, yeah.
Yeah, he's awarded a corner, but really good defending by D'Souza. He refused to allow Garcia to turn. And not only that, Brent, he seemed to be getting away, Garcia, for the hat-trick. But here comes the corner, not a great ball. Headed forward, and eventually it's going to be cleared away. And what a ding-dong tussle we have down at Fatima Ground, Brent.
Well, interestingly enough, it's gone to 2 goals apiece.
Space side, I'm really impressed with that space side team. But here's a chance. Oh, my word. He's hit it high, he's hit it hard. McKnight, the substitute, and not so handsome.
Well, I tell you what that shows you is how difficult Garcia goals were, because it was the same bounce in football and not a stationary one.
Yeah, well, we did.
And McKnight.
We did talk about the QRC clock, didn't
yeah.
we? And McKnight tried it.
Over.
McKnight tried his best to hit it.
Yeah, and he just couldn't get it on target. He couldn't get it down. And going back to that relegation battle, Colin, Miracle Ministries currently at 3 points. You would think if they do hold on to that, that would put them to 6.
Where would that
all
put
of
them?
Well, it doesn't necessarily.
Still in the bottom 3.
Still in the bottom 3.
Yeah.
And this could be a red card. Yeah. Yeah. Careless, really.
Oh, a red card. Well, he
only have himself to blame, really.
Yeah, well. That is the substitute, James. He's got a red card. Let's have a look at that incident again. And there he's turning with it.
Made a mistake here.
And he was the last defender, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the last defender.
Yep, so that's the reason for the red card. He pulled him down. He realized he slipped. And he realized that the substitute, Lois, was on his way. And he's taking one for the team. Where's the free kick? And that's a good shot.
Well, Devonish
finally
had to come out of
tourist
mode and make that save.
Well,
you in there.
So when you look at when you go back to the standings, Colin, just to answer your point, yeah, it may not take Miracle Ministries out of it, but what it does is bring others into the conversation.
Yeah.
So all the way up to St. Mary's College, if that result stands at 10 points, are part of the battle now, because the lowest point, if Miracle Ministries continue with it, would be 6 points.
Yeah. Well, we just saw the fourth official holding up the board to indicate that there's going to be 3 minutes of added on time. So we are already into the first minute of added on time. Yeah, but what a, and Brent, if anybody asks me who's the man of the match, should I answer? You tell me.
I think you should stay silent.
Here's the ball headed away. And the ball played forward. This is the man of the match. Garcia turning with it. Goes wide towards David. Goes past his man. Going up that right side. It's David, sorry. Playing it back to Morris. David. Good tackle in the end coming from the substitute who's come on, Lewis. And it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. We have already played 1 minute of the 3 minutes of our added on time.
Nicholas. Well, go inside and do that.
Morris with the throw. Gets it to David. David trying to play it back to Morris. It's won by James. Plays it to Haynes. Haynes plays that ball down the middle as East Mucurapo playing against a 10 man St. Benedict's team. They're going down the right side with it. As it's won back here by Barrow. Goes up the left side, looks to play Garcia in. Around comes Edwards. He had to time that tackle, and he did well. But this is Ochoa. Garcia, back to Ochoa, cuts inside with it. He's brought down. No, says the referee. He's played the ball. Garcia looking to come back and delay East Mucurapo from coming forward with it. Ball played wide now towards Lewis. Morris wins it, chips that ball forward. Nice ball to David. Ochoa is there inside. This is Ochoa. Finds Garcia. He's gone on the run. Oh, Garcia was trying to give it back to him. D'Souza was in the way. Clears it high and long downfield. Figaro is there. Lewis going down that left side. Does well. Does very well. Good tackle in the end. It's a corner for East Mucurapo because Morrison was heading towards that byline to get it back across. And it was a good, strong challenge coming in. And it's going to be a corner. We have played the 3 minutes. This could be the last bit of action. The corner that will be taken by East Mucurapo. Can they at least get a consolation goal? Corner is going to be taken by Chase. Chase making sure the ball is exactly in the spot, the blade of grass he wants it to be, and then kicks a poor corner. It's cleared upfield. The referee is going to blow his whistle, referee McIntyre, to indicate it's the end of the match. St. Benedict's, they've got another 3 points, and they move up the table now to 28 points. And certainly, if that result at Fatima College stays, 2-all draw with Speyside, it means that Fatima, the defending champions, are going even further behind. And the real challengers now to St. Benedict's could very well be Presentation College, because they are leading at the moment by 2-0 in their game. So they would have another 3 points. They are the officials who did a pretty good job today. There's Ochoa. He had a good game for St. Benedict's. And so there is confirmation of the scoreline. 2-0. St. Benedict's College victorious here against East Mucurapo Secondary. It was a hard-fought game for them. And let's have a look at the highlights. Well, referee McIntyre got things going. And a free kick sent into the box, headed out, and then Morris sends it back in field before it was cleared away. So there was the free kick. Free kick sent in by Pear, and eventually East Mucurapo clears their lines. This is Ochoa playing it there to Pear. Gets it to Burke, sends the ball across, and Ochoa just couldn't get it. He was stretching, trying to get it back on target, and certainly just couldn't get it. But here is East Mucurapo looking to come forward. But the ball played to, what a bullet coming from Garcia. He had defenders on the left of him. He had defenders on the left of him. He had defenders on the right of him. He took it and he banged it beautifully into the goal. What a beauty of a goal from Garcia. That was the second goal. Gave the insurance that St. Benedict's needed, because 1-0 is always a fragile lead. And there we see a shot coming from Morris, but cleared away. Headed away, it seems to be by Edwards. As ball played through to Garcia, and you had to think that that was it. That was a cracker. What a shot. Because the defenders just couldn't keep up with him. The ball was bouncing away from him. He got it. Look at it. Look at the technique. And he hit it beautifully, superbly. Francis in goal had absolutely no chance. And the ball cushioned at the top of the net and into the back of the net. Well, look at the stats there. 16 shots to 6. Only 4 on target, and of the 4, 2 went into the back of the net. Just 1 shot on target from East Mucurapo that was dealt with by goalkeeper Devonish. 16 fouls to 7, 1 yellow card apiece, and of course 1 red card going to St. Benedict's. 11 corners to 3, and possession, not all that bad. You think of it, 52% to 48. East Mucurapo certainly had their fair share of the possession, but and then 11 runs into the box 3, and that was where St. Benedict's was more dangerous in terms of shots on target and runs into the box. And then of course that stats to the top. St. Benedict's winning by 2-0. Let's go down to Hans. He's got the man of the match with him.
All right, here with the man of the match, the captain, Darrell Garcia. Zoom! Let's talk about it. You predicted on the half. You told Brent Sancho, I am going to be on the scoreboard today.
Well, I find we did start off slow in the first half, and I find everybody was on me, but second half, I said I'm going to score. So, to keep the lead and then I come and score next one to win the game.
Well, let's talk about those goals a little bit here. Let's take a little replay of these goals, and you tell us about it, what was going through your mind and the difficulty of it.
Well, my mind was to continue go, but I shoot because, I said I'm going to come and score today because one of my friend died, and he named Messiah, so them 2 goals is for him.
Wow. Let's talk about it in terms of how you're going to prepare for the next game.
Well, 1 game at a time. So in training, we are going to do what we have to do and prepare for the next game.
All right. Well, we dedicate the man of the match today to Saya, your friend. All right. Congratulations again, Captain Darrell Garcia. Brent Sancho, he's with the coaches.
Coach, overall a disappointing result at 2-0, but certainly some positives in the game. Your assessment of the 90 minutes plus?
Frankly, a very young bunch. We are exposing them. First time for some of the guys, but I think they did a fantastic job. The fight to the end, the grit, the determination. I think the togetherness in the camp is very positive.
What do you think are some of the key factors that led to the defeat here today?
I think inexperience and lack of concentration to the end. But, with more games, I think the guys are getting there. They're improving a lot.
Well, thank you very much, Coach, and all the best for the rest of the season. Thanks very much. Coach Boyce, of course, must be chuffed and happy that another 3 points. At 0-0 at the halftime, what tactical adjustments did you make going into the second half to win the football game?
Basically, we tell them to be composed, take their time, in the final third we were making little errors and things. Just be patient, just go about what we're doing, be disciplined about it because the team were playing a nice little low line, mid block, so it's a little tricky in the beginning. First time they're coming up against our opposition, playing that type of line, so we'll get the hang of it because we expect a lot more to be coming with that. So we just had to go back to training, do some more adjustment, do a little more tactical work, and so we could get the job done going forward.
Well, both Colin and myself were gushing about, of course, the both goals that Darrell Garcia scored and the difficulty in the type of execution. Your assessment on Garcia's performance today and, of course, the 2 goals that he scored?
Wonderful. Gem of a player. That same type of goal he got, we had Trotman making the same run and getting the same opportunity and blasting it over bar.
Correct.
And then Garcia get his own and actually show him how it is to be done with proper technique.
Exactly. But thank you very much, Coach. As you march towards possibly winning the trophy, how do you prepare for the next game? Because, of course, 3 points could get you very, very close to winning everything.
1 game at a time in terms of preparation because, at this level you can't afford to slip up. We still are far way off yet, probably with about 4 games, 5 games to go. So it's one game at a time for us.
Thank you very much, Coach, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
1 game at a time is what it will take to make it on top of the Secondary Schools Football League. As we close off round 10, let's get ready for round 11. These are the fixtures, and we will be bringing you St. Anthony's College versus Presentation College live. Look out for that action on Wednesday. And in Jamaica, it's a schoolboy football. Holy Trinity versus Norman Manley and St. George College versus St. Catherine High. For each and every one of you out there, we remind you, please send your goals to ssflgoalcam@gmail.com. You saw it, we air it, and we feature it, and we give you the credit as well. Fantastic game here today at QRC Ground. St. Benedict's walking away with 2 goals. East Mucurapo unable to find the back of the net on this particular day as we close off round 10. My name is Hans Devines. On behalf of the entire team, thank you for viewing. We leave you with some moments of today's matchup.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.
That broadcast was brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us with your vision. We paved the way with innovation. You walked with us side by side, and we continue to serve you with pride. First Citizens is proud of everything we've achieved together. We made dreams a reality, shaped success stories, and painted brighter futures. And together, we'll accomplish so much more. First Citizens, we put you first.
Totally Male has been around since 1994. Our primary focus is the aesthetic upgrading of all males. Our highly skilled team of women are trained, professional, and committed to first-class customer service. Centrally located at 6 Windsor Avenue, New Kingston, Jamaica. Totally Male is your man cave, where we offer cable, private rooms, and a beverage of your choice while you're being pampered. Totally Male, a woman's touch for the exceptional man.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us